well, to filter it before it goes back to the heart, before it kills you. So, um, so yeah, so she keeps calling it a triad. This purple, green, and red. It's the same thing here. So that's where the liver is. Okay, so just remember, what is this?
Portal vein.
Okay, what is this? Hepatic artery. And what is this?
You can go over that one.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, sorry. Okay, so anytime you see green, that's going to either be lymphatics or that's going to be, in this case, like the bile duct. Okay.
Okay.
So that's also helps to filter your blood. This is the gallbladder. Okay. The liver makes bile. Bile is a chemical that helps digestion. Okay. But the gallbladder stores it. Okay. So this is storing it, and this right here. Well, there are three ducts that you have to know about on this model. There's this one right here. There's this one right here that kind of goes behind the falciform ligament. Okay. And there's this one right here that you can imagine extending outward. Okay. It's cut off, but just imagine it going forward. Okay. This one is the cystic duct. Okay. This is a duct going from here out to here, and that's a cystic duct, and it's called cystic because cystic means like. It means pertaining to a bladder or a sac. Okay, so remember that way. And then this one right here, you can see is draining the liver, so that's going to be the hepatic duct. So cystic duct, hepatic duct, and they both are common to this. They both drain into this, which is the common bile duct. Okay, and that is going to be the same thing as what's over here. As part of our triad, the common bile duct, and you can see it's bringing the bile into our small intestine over here to help with digestion. Okay, so made here, stored here, passes through cystic duct, through the common duct, bile duct into your small intestine. And actually, this chunk of the small intestine is called the duodenum. You have to know that. Okay.
Quick question: the hepatic duct, does that carry the bile from the liver to the gallbladder or no? Or just going straight to the common bile duct? That's okay, we'll move on. I was just
No,
wondering.
it's important. I'll ask her as soon as I see her.
Yeah. Okay, how does it get stored in there? I was wondering. The liver makes the bile, then it stores the gallbladder, like at what pathway? Like,
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't really remember. Sure, go ahead. It's not. Alright. And this is the stomach? Well, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna. What's this?
yeah,
Okay,
what
this
is
is
it?
the stomach.
Stomach?
Stomach is one of the easiest models. Pray
Oh,
for
is
the
it?
stomach.
Alright.
It'll be there, but it's super easy.
I haven't
Okay.
done that.
This is your esophagus
Oh, I
is standing
see.
up here. Okay, and you can see that same basic picture where you had to know all the different layers. Okay, that's because whether you're talking about your esophagus or your stomach or your small intestine or your large intestine, it's all the same kind of structure.
Wait, what
okay?
layer of esophagus? I didn't even know what had that.
Remember all the different layers of the
Yeah.
alimentary canal?
Yeah.
Okay, all of this is your alimentary canal, so you have to know all the different layers, and you can kind of see where that picture came from. You can look into a section of it.
Oh,
That's what
really?
you're looking
That's
at.
what I'm
Okay,
looking at?
and
Oh
it'll
my
be
goodness.
slightly different depending on whether you're in the esophagus or whether you're in the stomach or whether you're elsewhere.
Uh-huh.
But
It's the
that's
same name?
basically-
Like muscularis or
Yeah.
mucosa, the same name? Okay.
Yeah, I mean the stomach actually has an extra layer of muscle, and so they'll all be a little bit different. Like the esophagus that's not going through any kind of body cavity, like the part of the esophagus that's up here, that it has like a different coating on the outside. It's connective tissue instead of epithelial tissue, but basically know that
Okay.
image because that's
Alright.
the same thing also all
Great,
throughout.
thanks,
Okay.
okay.
But so we're going
Nice.
through the alimentary canal, and here's your esophagus. It's coming from your mouth, okay, and it's emptying into the stomach, okay. But there's a sphincter there. I don't know if you have to know the sphincter for labs. And basically, a sphincter is just a ring of muscle that contracts or relaxes and allows food to go through, and more importantly, prevents things from coming up. Okay, so it prevents stomach acid from coming up into your throat. Okay, it prevents acid from going into your small intestine more than it should, and it prevents the more basic things from coming up here and neutralizing your stomach. So they're super important. And you'll learn in lecture that you have it's pretty much always double. There's a voluntary one and an involuntary one. Although not in here, I think. I'll take that back. But do you have to know the lower esophageal sphincter?
This is pyloric sphincter.
The pyloric sphincter is down
It's
here.
over there, okay.
It's right here. Your stomach is divided into different regions. This right here is the body, and right here on the body they also left on some of the muscles. So, but this area is the body. This area right here is like your extra area. When you eat too much, is like a little area to pack some more in. Okay, so that's the fundus. Okay, this is the fundus. Yeah, this basic area, pretty much everything that's sort of a. You see how the food would empty in from here? So.
And they can figure out the regions a little better, and they don't get as confused.
Really? Okay.
Because their book shows this view, and so they have a hard time differentiating between the fundus and the rugae.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So what I do is I do regions on the side, and then I turn them around and show them the fold.
Okay. So this is like sort of like an extra storage area. So it would make sense that when you swallow, food's going to drop straight down, right? It's not going to drop upward. So this is when you have pretty much filled all of this, and it's going to go up and fill the fundus too. But this is the fundus. This general middle area, that's the body of the stomach, and this down here is the pyloric region, okay? Which makes sense because when you talk about the sphincter, we called it the pyloric sphincter, right? That's because it's right next to the pylorus, okay? And then what she was talking about is your book kind of points to two things in the same area because it's only showing you one view. This region right here is the fundus. This bumpy stuff that's here and also throughout the stomach, those are the rugae, okay? And those basically allow your stomach to stretch when you eat too much, like we always do, okay? And so that's what that's there for. And then you can see two major curves on the stomach. This is a little bit smaller. Okay, this is the lesser curvature. This is the greater curvature. A few pages down, you're going to see this picture. I have a really nice color for it. Okay, you're going to see a bunch of things called omentum. Okay, the lesser omentum is connected to, or is coming out from the lesser curvature. The greater omentum is coming up off of the greater curvature.
What are omentums? Are they like tissues and stuff? I don't know what they're, sorry.
I have a good picture of the stuff. Oh, you know?
Yeah, I was like, what? I was like, what's omentum? I never heard of
You
it.
must have skipped that one.
So you remember that your entire alimentary canal is made up of several layers. Okay. There are some points where instead of coming all the way around, instead of doing that, it'll sort of extend. And so you can see that here in this picture. See how it's wrapping the alimentary canal, but over here, the visceral peritoneum, it sort of extends. Okay. And you can see here it's a mesentery. So you can see. Just real quick, so we know where we are. This is the liver. This is the stomach. This is the large intestine, or the transverse colon.
Okay.
Do you guys know the parts? Yeah, would you grab that model real quick?
Yeah, the large ascending, transverse, descending, sigmoid.
Okay. So this right here. Okay, this is a cross section of that. Okay. This back here is a cross section of the duodenum. Okay, so just orient yourself. So this is the